For November 21st, 2025, we talk about House of Necrosis, The Last Train Home, The Islands of the Caliph, and much more. Welcome to level 565. My name is Kaye Ross.
I'm Dennis Furia.
I'm Moxie.
And I'm Jala Prendes.
And you are listening to The Level. It's a podcast for people who love video games. Jala, welcome back.
Oh my God, I'm here.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
It has been a minute or five, so...
We finally got that AI trained to use Jala's voice, so
Right.
it's back.
No, I don't even want to joke about that.
So, a lot of various things have been happening since the last time I was on. So, I released that Superman episode that I said I was going to release, and then it got pushed back and whatever. Anyway, that's out. The next episode that comes out will be coming out probably not on Black Friday, but maybe before that, earlier in the week before Black Friday. So basically just like a few days after this drops. I'll be talking about Nosferatu, Robert Eggers.
Roger.
There you go. Yeah. So I've been having a lot of fun talking to Dave about it because we went to go see Nosferatu, the 1922 film with live organ accompaniment by the Houston Symphony just a couple of days ago. So like we've been talking about the original film and the remake film and a lot of different stuff about all of that. And then of course like Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe, where he plays Max Schreck in a fictional biopic, you know? So
that's a true to life biography.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So but anyway, so those were some things. And after that, then there's going to be Frankenstein novel. And then I'm going to be talking a long time about the Frankenstein movie because that is now my entire personality.
That hit hard for you.
It's a story that's all about like a father and child relationship. And I lost my dad. So you might imagine why this film is pretty touching for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably going to be one of my favorite movies of all time ever. And probably going to be on right there, like in a special spot that only it can fill for those reasons. But anyway, so I've also been working on my game project, my game that I am making. And so by the end of this year, I will have the very, very basic text part of the text venture without the artwork, the UI, the sound effects, and all the other crap I'm going to put in there. Like the basic version will be done by the end of this year, if not a little bit sooner, because I've been plugging away at that thing.
You have,
like a demon. So
yeah, that's a lot. You've been sharing some word counts.
Yeah, the word count is it's another 13K above what you last heard. So.
Shoo.
Excellent. Yeah.
And in what period of time did you add that 13K?
Like,
but
not very long. Like a week, maybe.
A week,
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow. Excellent. You fulfilled NaNoWriMo.
Right, I did. So anyway,
who's NaNoWriMo?
The National Novel Writing Month or something. It's like 50. It just what it is like National First Draft of a Novella Month.
Yeah,
but yeah,
right.
So but yeah, usually that's November.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You added over a word per minute over the past week.
Wow.
Yeah. So
waking and sleeping, that's a 24-hour day.
Well, I mean, what I've been doing because I've had the chronic fatigue. And like that's a thing I've been dealing with. I don't remember if I talked about that last time, but I have a medical reason for having chronic fatigue.
Hooray!
And I'm working on that because there was apparently a medical thing as well as grief from my father at the same time.
I'm sure they were amplifying each other too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm working on getting medication stabilized for that, like at the right dosages and stuff to give me my energy back. But while I'm in this weird period of time I'm not working out in the morning. So since I'm not working
so that's
out,
having its own. Yeah,
I'm using that to write my game project.
Yeah.
So every day.
You worked out a lot, so that explains it.
Yeah. Well, and then too, you know how I used to do 2-a-days all the time. I'll write in the morning, go to work, take a break, go back to writing, but then go do some other things and go to sleep.
Yeah.
But
I worry that I sounded callous when you said you have a medical thing that explained that.
I already told you about that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Myself.
no. Yeah. You told me about it a long time ago, but I worry that me saying "yay" was insane. For the listener. It's like, oh, you have an answer. You have something you can physically try to affect. That's good news,
right? Yeah. And having like an actual way to go about treating it. That it's not like you're SOL. That's just how your life is anymore. I mean, like that helps. So
so I think a lot of people can relate to, oh, thank God I know why this is fucked, while still having this is fucked still hanging over your head.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like learning about capitalism.
I mean, I don't know. Medicine, I am not going to say what medicine could cure capitalism. Terms of service violation. Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, it sounds like you've been busy. Lots of stuff.
Busy, but also so tired at the same time, and it's wild. But I function. I persisted functioning. How's everybody else doing?
Yeah.
So this is almost completely off topic,
Go ahead and start
but
your thing.
I think Kaye's the only one here that would empathize. So I finally watched the Majority Report actually on YouTube.
Okay.
And speaking of terms of use things, I finally know what a sebeda is.
Oh yeah, what Moxie's referring. So Moxie and I listen to it's like a daily politics podcast called The Majority Report, hosted by Sam Cedar, who is a voice actor who's in Bob's Burgers and home movies and stuff. He's been in stuff, but it's a really good political show. On that show, they have an advertiser who sells CBD stuff, but because they're on YouTube, that gets demonetized if you talk about CBD. So they say sebede instead. So yes, now you know.
Yeah. So if you're only getting the audio, that does not necessarily translate.
Yeah. How about you? You volunteered to go, Moxie.
Right.
So actually my thing kind of related is that I saw Frankenstein with some friends. And
now I feel left out.
Lot, you can fix this.
My pirated Netflix is acting up again, so I gotta fix that. I gotta out pirate them, and then I can watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But
Sorry,
yeah,
continue.
I don't know. It's kind of what can I say that Jala has not? It's
we're gonna be you are going to be on spoiler. Moxie's going to be on the episodes about Frankenstein the movie. So
yeah.
You will hear so much more of me. You've already heard me yelling at you about the movie for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, it's funny because I feel like I don't know if this is something anyone would know or whatever, but so I basically never reread books, replay games, that sort of thing. And the only novel I can think of that I've reread is actually Frankenstein, which I've read 6 times.
Okay.
So definitely primed to be a fan of it. And it's a lot of fun, amazing production value. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what you can do when you don't just kind of opt out and CGI everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How many Pan's Labyrinths of intense and gory is it?
Man, that is a tough question.
Most of the movie, none. Most of the movie, none. It's a drama.
Yeah,
except
there are very specific scenes that are where the gore is isolated, and I would say, because I'm definitely someone that one score across a certain level, like I'm out. I would say I think there's very few. I would say the only scene where the gore is actually like gory, is actually one of the not violent scenes where he's doing like is actually like
assembling
and stuff,
rearranging them guts
on the soundtrack. It's called Bodybuilding, y'all. Bodybuilding, that's the name of the track that plays for that.
Dennis, you're in timeout.
We're just ignoring Dennis right now.
I did get that reference though. But yeah. So it's kind of weird. Actually, Jala and I were talking, like, we're slightly divided in that I feel that some of the gore I'm not sure necessarily added all that much. Where I think Jala, I don't want to state your point for you, but I think you were kind of the opinion that no, the gore is like very important to what the movie was getting at. Yeah.
Do you guys want to burn cast like that?
Like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
You know, that's why I'm not going to get into a whole thing. You don't want me. This will turn into a Frankenstein podcast.
Find out by subscribing.
Kay will pull the plug on me and never have me back on the show if I do that.
Now I want
to take more than that. Dennis just said straight to our faces, rearranging them guts, and I didn't kick him.
I figured that was the service. We now have this episode's title.
My life is trying to find where the line I get kicked off the show is. Still haven't found it. So,
now I want to know: has there ever been a decent video game Frankenstein?
Oh. Playing as Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster?
As far as I know, no. I know of at least two straight up. There's the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, based on the Robert De Niro movie for the SNES. That one is not very good. It's a very bad platformer. There is a Frankenstein game, like for like the Sega CD. It's like an FMV game that has Tim Curry in it.
I was about to say, like, here's one where like the pitch starts off very slow, and then you get to, oh, by the way, it stars Tim Curry.
He just kind of pops in and makes snide comments. You're playing as the monster, trying to like go around the castle and learn about you. Yeah, Jala, you sounded like you had something to say about it.
I was always, when I first had the Sega CD, when it was extant, I was always looking for that, and I could never find it anywhere. So,
yeah.
Also, just because I think it's kind of interesting, in the Wikipedia category for video games based on Frankenstein, there are exactly 7 entries.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird story to adapt to a video game.
Yeah.
All right, here's my pitch. You are optimizing the layout of Frankenstein's lab to create monsters.
If you said guts,
so help me.
Oh gosh,
no, it's. I wish I had been, because where I was going is you're optimizing the layout of the lab. You're trying to be as efficient as possible with building the monsters, and you call it Frankenfactorio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are several games that are basically that, but
yeah,
right.
There you go.
Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the movie.
Likes.
Dennis, how about you?
Yeah, I had a cool experience this week. I went to a Dining in the Dark event.
It was a Star Wars themed one, right?
Star Wars themed, yeah. In that all the like merch they were hawking around the sides was Star Wars themed. I was very disappointed that when my meal came out, it's not like, this is a bantha meat slider with the whatever. It was like, here's chicken and mashed potatoes. What the fuck?
Wait, really? That feels like a low bar.
Yeah, I don't. They kind of dropped the ball on that one. Dropped the training droid on that one. But then all the like the games to play around the edges were Star Wars themed, and it was a really fun time.
Mm-hmm.
But the coolest part is this is I'm going to murder it's like CVBAI or something like that.
Oh
but it's
yeah, I worked for them, the Cincinnati
That's-
Association
okay,
for the
yeah,
Blind and Visually Impaired.
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, CABV. Yeah,
CABV. There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the organization that put this on.
Oh, sweet.
And so there's, like, the people serving and stuff like that are visually impaired.
Mhm.
And the idea is you dine in pitch black. And so you are getting the experience in a small way of what it would be like to just do a meal singular
Mhm.
without the use of your sight. And it was really cool. This happened at like the Hollywood Casino, and they like dimmed the lights really far, but I think fire regulations were like you can't turn them all the way off.
Yeah,
They gave
makes
everyone
sense.
blindfolds, and I put on the blindfold, closed my eyes, and went all in on it.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool experience.
Mhm.
I did find out that 3 Wine Jen was feeding food onto my plate.
Yes.
3 wine.
Because we're talking as we're doing it, and I take a bite. I'm like, okay, I think that was the last of my chicken. She's like, it's not. I didn't.
Oh God, she's like playing ontological pranks. Yeah.
It didn't register in the moment why that was. But I was like, damn, they really lit up this plate more than I thought. Like, how much mashed potatoes is on here? Jen was just, she does it to me all the time anyway. This time she just got to do it stealthily. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good cause, a fun night. We did the wine poll, didn't get anything special. It was like a seeded strawberry sweet wine crap.
Yes,
missed
the
on
best
that
wine.
one. Yeah. Well, hey, if I see you in the near future, I have a bottle for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And but really cool experience overall. And I'll have my eye out for next year when they do it again. I think the theme next year is Wizard of Oz.
Oh, cool.
So we shall see.
Yeah. No, CABV's good. I really liked working with them, doing the radio reading stuff.
And it was cool. They had a couple speakers just talking about different stuff going on. And it is like the one really good use case for meta AI glasses.
Okay. I could believe that.
The one thing that's not just totally creepy and asinine.
Yeah. Just to do like identifying like what's in front of you or to read signs to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or just like I can, I need to enlarge this to so big to be able to read it. I can just tell Meta to read it to me, and that's better. So yeah, super cool.
Nice. Yeah. I don't have an awful lot. I've just been like just going through my stuff, selling things, throwing things away. Like it's literally just doing stuff like that. So not even not even an interesting story. Oh, this week's my birthday.
I was going to say, when this airs, you will be older. So
yeah. I'll be 38, old enough to use Blue Sky, which is fun. I have no feelings about my birthday. This will it'll be my first birthday out. But yeah, that's I've never been crazy about birthday stuff. So thank you, but it's neat. I think we should talk about video games and stuff.
Woo.
And to do that, we need to do the regular kind of show, what with the grind, the multiplayer, and the end boss. And why don't we get started with
the grind?
The grind, where we talk about the games we have been playing over the last period of time or so. Jala, I will throw to you first.
Sure. So I played a lot of stuff, but here's the thing. It's been a while since I was on, and I don't know which ones I talked about. Well, I mean, like, I don't, since the last time I was on the show, and like I've played these, like I don't know if I've talked about them at all, or if I'm talked about it to other people. So like, I don't know, because I know I tell you, Kaye, what I'm doing. Kaye.
Yeah. I do not believe that you have talked about any of the. I mean, you've talked about Fire Emblem Awakening.
Okay,
but
I'm still about in the same place I was the last time on that one, so that'll be the first thing I can just throw out there.
Cool.
So yeah, I stopped right around the place where people start getting promoted, and so that's like right at the big important shift in the game. So I should continue playing that at some point. I'm like, I have no idea how far that is in the game.
Is that the time jump That is the
that it's a little bit after that.
Okay.
Where
All
you have the time jump. But anyway, so I was thinking about it, and the first time I played this game, I played it on regular mode, like regular normal difficulty, but like with the what is it? What do they call it? Classic mode, I think, instead of
the permadeath.
yeah, permadeath. So I was playing it on permadeath, but because I was grinding a lot in the DLC and everything where you can get levels easily, like I never lost anybody when I played it the first time through. I'm doing the same damn thing this time. Like I looked at it and I'm playing on hard mode again, or on hard mode rather than normal mode, but then still on permadeath. But I grind a little bit so that I'm not going to immediately die. If I didn't grind this, there would be like no way to do this, I don't think.
Yeah.
So anyway, now I've cursed myself with grinding by starting it on hard mode, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have anything to add about that because I already talked about it before. So
Okay.
I'm just going to assume I did a good job. And we'll move on. So I played some of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. I didn't play enough to really talk about it too much. I just wanted to throw that out there that I was playing, yes, another tactical RPG again.
Why not?
I mean, I pre-ordered that, so I'm like, I played it like pretty close to when it first dropped. It's just,
yeah, no, throw it on the pile.
Yeah.
Like, just what do you think about like the presentation? Like, are you playing it with the voice acting on and stuff?
I have the voice acting on, but I have the Japanese on. So
Okay.
People have told me that the accents and stuff are weird in English, but I never play these in English. I always pick Japanese anyway. So
yeah.
But
I found them to be really good. The
Okay.
voice acting and stuff. At least when I talked about it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, but like other than that, like I haven't gotten far enough into it to see if they've kind of unscrewed the parts where, like, because in the original there were parts where you just, if you didn't know a certain something at a certain point, you could screw yourself over and get into like a restart state or whatever.
They have definitely helped that by making it so that you can quit out of a battle, like back to the world map, so that way you can go grind a little bit more if you need to. So like things like the Uyghur fight, like those have checkpoints now, and you can just bounce if you're fucked.
Okay,
basically.
well that's good. That's good. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good to hear. Maybe I'll pick that up again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was playing a lot of games, and you'll have to forgive me because like I was playing them and then the chronic tiredness hit real hard, and then like I just stopped, and then when I started again I was just doing my video game, which means you don't get to play video games. So
right.
Some of my memory is a little fuzzy. So the next one, I played some of Aberration Analyst, which I know you had played at some point, Kaye.
Yeah.
But like, I have to say this. So this is by the dev who did Cyclopean, which I love. And so I was like showing you, Kaye, about all of the different games that this creator has made, and then you were interested in this because it sounded kind of cool to you. And so I picked you up a copy, and then you played it on stream and hated it. And
I wouldn't say I hated it. I just
hated it. I was there.
No,
I could hear it in your voice. Anyway,
come on, don't put words in my mouth. Okay. I just I didn't get it. Right, I played for the full 2 hours, and I just didn't find any way to keep people alive and solve the cases without running out of money. Like there was no way to keep the engine going, right? Which was my biggest concern.
Yeah. Well, it's roguelike, and so it's like basically, from my understanding, just from watching you play and then the bit that I played, it's really just meant for you to play and keep failing a lot until you unlock enough information that you can then suss out what you need from the articles and this, that, and the other. When did you talked about this on the show?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Right, shortly after I streamed it, I talked about it. Just you're going and solving cases, like by just going around on clicking nodes on a map and reading the news and like paying for police and like medic, like hospital information in order to see if a place is worth investigating with a particular team, to find more information, to like win the campaign by like actually tracking down and cornering the source of the haunting or whatever it is, be it a ghost, be it witches, be it werewolves. Yeah.
Right. So
there are three
and
things it could be.
Yeah.
right. It could be like Satan if this is D&D in the 80s,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Satanic Panic. But yeah. Well, anyway, I felt that it was a lot more like playing an MS-DOS game where you're dumped in front of it and you're not really given a whole, like, if you have instructions, they're not very many instructions and you're just kind of let loose on something.
Yeah.
And, you're just like, games of that era were really meant for you to just fail a lot before you finally got it and were able to go on. So like,
Yeah.
I played and I didn't get anywhere, like, I don't feel like I got anywhere at all. I think I found myself with less progress than you had,
Yeah.
even though I already had the benefit of having watched you play it. So,
Yeah.
but it didn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, I might go back in there and mess with it some more because, it just feels like there were a lot of games, at least for me when I was a kid, that were impossible to beat that were on the computer.
Mhm.
And this feels just like one of those that you just play over and over and like that. So a weird nostalgia hole, like you have to have wanted to keep playing games that, felt unwinnable to you in the first place, and have like that nostalgia tap, back in the recesses of your brain, I think.
Yeah. I gave it a God's honest try.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I understand why it has mixed reviews from folks because, like, it's not going to hit for everybody. It's something that you definitely have that nostalgia for that feeling and that experience of that game, that type of game, or you don't,
Yeah. I'm nostalgic for other stuff instead.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. The next thing is a demo. I wanted to talk about this. This is the most recent thing I played, so I have some of it's in my head still.
Okay.
So it's Okami, and a demo of an Otome game that is in the works. Doesn't have a release date yet. Anyway, it's by Mushroom Mallow. I've never heard of that developer before, but they have several visual novels or point and click adventure games in progress right at the moment. So, but anyway, you play as an Okami, which is a Japanese innkeeper. So like for a ryokan, which is the Japanese traditional inn, this, the Okami would be your female innkeeper. So anyway, she dies at the beginning of the game with regret because she applied herself for her entire life to being an innkeeper and to taking care of her place and everything, but she didn't have a love beside her, so she dies with regret. So when she is down in the spirit realm, she is turned into a yokai because of this regret. It was so strong that it brought her back. So, in this form. So she is now an Okami, or a wolf spirit.
So she is a hotel wolf. Sorry, that was not as funny as I thought. I was literally just doing a literal translation. Okay.
Yep. But
Hotel Wolf does sound like a pretty awesome like dad core game where you alternate between repairing random things and then like ripping apart villagers.
Yeah. So does she go right back into tending inns? Then?
Basically, she does. Okay. because so at first it's kind of funny, at least to me, as somebody assigned female at birth. So she was a grandma, and now she finds herself in a young body because yokai don't look old for the most part, unless they are specifically old men yokai. So Anyway, so she finds herself in a young body, and she's got little wolf ears and a wolf tail. And she's like, oh my God, they're perky,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And what I like about it is that she's kind of like the opposite of Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle. So she, instead of being, like a young woman who is then in an old body and then finds, the benefits of old age, this is an old lady who has all of her experience and knowledge and whatever, who can appreciate her young body now having a young body.
Mhm.
And so she's kind of just like, okay, this is actually baller. What okay, cool. And she ends up falling into a river and then being pulled out by the romantic lead. And
The tiger guy.
yeah, the tiger guy, Shimon. And so anyway, he pulls her out of the river, and she's very amused by him, his demeanor and everything about him. And she's like, also, he's cute. I mean, cool. And so he's just like also amused by her. He's just like, okay, this one is a very weird person that I just pulled out of the river here. Cool. But anyway, he's just like, I was on my way home. I'm going home. And so she's like, I'm going to go too, because I've got nowhere else to go. I don't know, where I am or anything. And
I'm your problem now.
I'm your problem now. You pulled me out of the river. So, whatever. And he's just
it's
like,
the
whatever.
pieman approach. Sorry.
Like from Hereditary?
No. If you're into Genshin Impact, that is how you get your annoying sidekick, is by saving her from a drowning in a river.
You do like it's like a life debt situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a life debt, but she's still going after him, and
That's
she finds
something to do.
Well,
Yeah.
conveniently, he
More
lives
of a
in
life crush.
Conveniently, he lives in a spirit ryokan, so another Japanese inn, but this one in the spirit world for spirits to stay in, and he lives there because he owns the place. And so when she's walking up, she's like, great, then I will have a room in your inn or whatever. You've got an opening, right? Yeah, there's spare rooms and everything. Well, when she gets there, the place is a complete dump. It's completely run down. Nobody's there, dark, spooky, whatever kind of area. Anyway, she decides to tell him, oh, well, if you give me room and board, I will fix up this inn, because the holy blood of the innkeepers within her was boiling or whatever. I mean, that's not what the game says at all. But,
well, yeah. And she's compelled to. She has expertise that he can use.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that's like the whole premise of how, she ends up here in the situation and, like working at the inn and everything.
And I want to know, like, okay, so are you actually running this in? Like, are you making decisions? Are you setting prices? Are you?
I don't know. Like at the point that I saw, like, basically Tiger Guy faints, he just like has overexerted himself because he's not in very good health, and he faints. And so, she helps him into bed, helps him change his robe, and it's, like a whole thing.
Senpai.
Right. Well, and then, after that, while he's like passed out, she's just like, well, I guess I'm going to start cleaning because I got to get this place set up. And then it switches to like a point and click adventure game where you're like, getting rid of the scary spirits that are in there, and like actually cleaning as well. And so like, it makes me feel like there's going to be a bunch of those little point and click sections, not all probably with, cleaning, but all of the other innkeeper stuff is probably mini games or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so like, I don't know how much of the balancer is, because that's like the end of the demo so far. But the dev is not just working on the game, also updating the demo with more stuff. So
will the demo eventually turn into the game?
I know, right? Like, you're just going to keep playing it, and then eventually it becomes just like a polished game by the end of it. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fun one, because this is an Otome game where you're not playing like oh no, blushing, I don't know what to do, girl. Like it's not a little maiden. It's an old lady who's like, hey, I've been around the block, and now I've got a
second chance.
Chance at my love life that I never got. Right. So
I'm not
I like
sure
how
if a wolf would be a very good life partner, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's something she hasn't tried yet, so
Right.
new
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah, I like how in my ideal, like my dream version of this game, I blew right past the romance. Like, yeah, fuck that guy. And just like, I need to
Right.
get this business stood up.
Right.
How are you organizing your bookings?
That's a really dumb place to put put towels.
Yeah, it's definitely not management sim.
Yeah.
It's point and clicks. So I don't know what all they're going to be doing with that mechanic. But anyhow, so there's that. And then I don't know. Did I talk about Islands of the Caliph before?
Not
I
that I
don't
recognize.
I don't know. I can well I can look up real quick
Okay.
if you have. Yeah. One moment while the site loads. This is the another game by
It's another dungeon crawler.
Yes, it's another, but it's another one by the
but also by the same dev. Yes.
Cyclopean guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Islands of the Caliph is another dungeon crawler that was released in 2023 by, again, Schmidt Workshops, the same dev that did Cyclopean and also Aberration Analyst. And this one is inspired by Might and Magic, Questron, etc. It's more of an action-oriented one. Like, it's not a turn-based. Like, when you get to fight scenes and stuff like that, it's not turn-based like it is in Cyclopean. This is action, and you stay in first-person mode regardless of if you're in a dungeon or if you're out in the world. So, it feels a little bit different. It's a little bit faster of a pace, not so considered like Cyclopean is. So, of course, I wasn't considering anything Cyclopean, at least not at first.
Yeah.
Death by door.
Yeah, it looks more like an action RPG to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I did stream this a couple of times. I think it was 2 sessions before the chronic tiredness got me to just like stop everything. And anyway, that's on my Twitch and my YouTube both. But it's keyboard only inputs. So feels again like a computer game, but not quite as old as Cyclopean feels or Aberration Analyst.
It's like heavily shaded 2D, or it's heavily shaded 3D is what it looks like. So you like a little bit of like a Minecraft, but with a pixel art overlay on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it definitely evokes like, the older era of computer gaming.
Oh, especially in the color palette. This color palette is like Windows 3.1 as hell.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But it's cartoony looking because of the limitations of the graphics, the huge pixel size and everything like that. And you're basically just kind of like dumped in, and you're like, here you go, you're on an island, and there's a farmer, and like you're dumped on an island. You're not told anything about why you're there or what your goal is, and you just assume that you need to go explore, and that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. I'm a fan of this kind of game because so many games just kind of like over-explain everything. And it's like, no, if you can either teach me by having me do it or just let me figure it out on my own, either one of these is fine to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I feel like such a Philistine because I call these Grimrock likes. Not because that was my first exposure, but because like that is like the platonic ideal of this Grimrock 2 is like an A+ game to me. So yeah.
Right. But so you have hunger, but you don't have like a meter for it. So you just kind of have to go into your menu and check, because it'll say like, full or, all right, hungry, or whatnot. And
like a survival horror health bar,
right?
Fine, caution, yeah,
right.
They want you to buy the haptic peripheral that gives you a headache and hunger pangs as the year goes. It's really the game is designed around that.
Well, it's weird because this is a dungeon crawler where you have so many medicines you can buy. You get headache. There's headache medicine in the game. There's headache medicine. There's blister medicine. There's stuff for fever, stuff for food poisoning. I'm like, your guy is just like having a time, I guess.
Now, are these all presented as generic potions, or is it like blister medicine is actually like Band-Aids?
It's not that granular. It's the, you know, just they're all the same looking.
Yeah. See, I think I like
Pills
this
or
level of
whatever.
granularity. I'm tired of games where a healing potion will do as much for an arm that got chopped off as, you know, a gut shot as for like I want that granularity in my potions.
Yeah.
Oh, Moxie, you're on mute.
Sorry. I'm the other way around. I want it to be that, but I want them to show the body horror of like what a regrow your arm with a potion would look like.
Right?
Well, yeah, and
I think that would be fun at least once.
I want healing potions to be something you can overdose on. So like, oh no, my holes grew over.
Cast men.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I do like the
But yeah, like
there's the like delicious in dungeon approach where like healing canonically works by just compressing the entire recovery process into like an instant so that you're just in incredibly intense pain for like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
as long as it doesn't cause a psychic break, it's great.
Yeah.
Kay, I think you're onto something. I like the idea that like healing potion heals 30 points, but your character's down, you know, 5.
There are some like RPGs. I know, like in Diablo, like if you mess around with your equipment and you drop your max HP below your current HP, you'll fucking die. You know?
No way.
Dungeons and Dragons has that with if you're exposed to enough positive energy to give you like double HP, you'll just explode.
Yep. Yeah.
It should duplicate you at that point.
Continue, Jala.
What were we talking about?
Anyway, there's a day-night cycle, and I think there's like 6 or 7 total islands, and I've been on 2 so far and finished those. But I was making pretty good time in the game overall.
Mhm.
But you can also there's other mechanics too that I don't know what they do yet. You can pray, but you have to first get a prayer rug and then second get a teacher. But I don't know where the teacher is. I assume probably on Island 3 because they're going to need to give that to me somewhat early.
Mhm.
But anyhow, I don't know what praying does for you. I haven't gotten that far yet, but
Yeah.
I've gotten poisoned quite a lot. And also, there's cooking. There's cooking in this game. I don't know if there's any kind of crafting.
Mhm.
Are
but
those related? Were you
Cooking and praying?
poisoned by your cooking?
No, there are a lot of spiders fighting a lot of scorpions in the at least in the video that I'm looking at.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's fun. I enjoy this game. I don't expect it to be too many sessions, just because like I've already gotten past all of Island 2. But if there's
Mhm.
6 or 7, then I'm pretty fairly far in the game already, like a third
Yeah.
in.
And also, like, you do not see a lot of video games that are specific, like, hey, we're going to incorporate Islam into this
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Hmm.
it's just not a thing that happens.
Right.
So that's rad.
I know,
Yeah.
I
That
know,
is
and I
interesting.
like that. And like I wasn't 100% sure how much this was going to have that. I mean, it's called the Islands of the Caliph, but like I don't know, stuff can be called a thing and have like an aesthetic without having anything else in it.
Sure, yeah.
Prince of Persia.
Right. Which is why it's like nice to see that for sure.
Mhm.
And also the soundtrack is very good too. I
Yeah.
enjoy that quite a bit.
Looks neat.
Anyway, yeah, like those are the things that I've been playing. I don't have anything else.
Okay.
It's a good raft of things right there.
It's
Yeah.
a lot. It was
It's
a
been a
lot.
little bit. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's got something new?
I've got something really, really short.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Oh. All right.
Sorry,
Good to know.
I'm packing, trying to get back to Duck Base 1 for Thanksgiving, and so
right. And then that way you can get that wine from Dennis.
Yeah.
yes,
right.
exactly. That is the
It's
real
now-
motive.
It's an extraction mission now.
That is fine. Yeah. No, it's a travel. I don't know. Traveling around Thanksgiving I mean, you probably didn't even know you were going to be able to do it.
No, I was
recently.
wondering.
Yeah.
Jala, you talked about a demo. I have a demo that I played
Yay!
that I can chat about. So maybe that's the alley-oop there.
Mm-hmm.
I played the demo of a game called Last Train Home. And this is a
Okay.
game that's actually out, so it's not like an early access thing or whatever, and it's apparently fairly well reviewed. It is a strategy game, and it is based on historical events. You're commanding, a squad.
Oh, okay. I've
people.
seen this. It looks okay. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, it intrigued me, and the most intriguing thing is it's based on historical events. From the end of World War I, apparently a Czech battalion, I guess the Czechoslovakia fought on behalf of Russia during the war, or like assisted them on the understanding that then Russia would help set them up as a country. But immediately at the end of the war, Russia devolves into civil war, with one side being amenable to helping and the other side not being anti-Czech. And the side that's anti-Czech is between you and getting home.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it specifically like you were fighting for the Tsar and that turned out to be something a lot of people weren't fans of?
Yeah. And not that you were like super into him. It was just.
It was just. Oh, hey, that was a problem. That was a promise the old guy made.
Yeah,
You should see what we did to him. Yeah.
So you have to go, instead of back towards your home country, you have to take a train up through Russia into Serbia, into the Siberian wastelands there, so you can get to a ship home. And the whole promise of this game is, you've got your tactical layer of commanding troops in battle and moving them around and etc. And then the macro layer of base management is this armored train that you are building up and keeping up, etc. And you've got to manage your troops' morale as you're going through. I was drawn in by the promise of like, hey, as you're going through this land, you just want to get by. You're just trying to get to the sea. And so it's not every mission is clear every enemy kind of deal. Obviously this is just the demo. So I wasn't getting into the more complicated objectives, but unfortunately every mission I played was clear every enemy. So it didn't quite deliver on that, although that might've just been my expectation rather than an explicit promise of the game. But yeah, it was fun to see that play out. It was cool to do all these tactical missions, knowing that the train is just on the other side of the map, because your kind of like emergency button or something you can use tactically is you can call in mortar fire from the train.
Oh, okay.
And that's rad as hell to have this. You're scouting ahead to see this, blocked section of track, you realize it's an ambush and, call down hellfire on them. And that's fun to have. So this falls into the problem that all these games do, is that I, played it for 3 hours and then just wished I was playing XCOM. So, that's a me problem. That's a me problem. This is a very well done game and I highly recommend it. It's just, I have a specific, deficiency there.
Your train is an Arctic base. Yeah.
Yes. Never not.
Yeah.
That's actually what it says on his bumper sticker. Like
yes.
my other train is an Arctic base.
Weird for a train to have a bumper sticker.
Yep.
Yes. It's on.
Is this real time or is this turn based?
It is real time, but you can pause it at any point.
Okay.
And I very much appreciated, like, in the setup, it was very easy to get to a menu of like, here are all the things that we could pause the action when it happens. You tell us how often we want to interrupt you, versus the stuff that you want to like keep on going.
Yeah.
And very, very high level of granularity of like, enemy appears on the map, enemy sees you, enemy opens fire on you. Same thing for all of your people. And like, that was a very well thought out UI element that I appreciated, because I've done other games where that is not at all the case, and it's like I better be riding that space bar to pause time, because otherwise it's just going to run roughshod over me.
No.
So yeah, the game did a good job of that. Your your soldiers also double as workers for the train. And so, your scout might be shoveling coal and your grenadier might be the cook. And it's kind of fun to see the two sides of all your people. It's got the XCOM thing of they're randomly generated for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a ton of emergent storytelling that I could see coming out of that, where just these different combinations of roles in combat and roles on the train are very interesting. Layer on top of that you have some that are like very bleeding heart and like, we need to help every single person that we pass on the way. Look at how these people are getting taken advantage of. We need to take justice out, or we're going to get blamed for this if we don't act and try to stay neutral. And then you've got the other people that are like, I've got a wife and kids at home and I'll be damned if I stop for a second and endanger being able to get back to them. So
are you like trying to keep factions like happy, or is that just individuals and like what they want and you're trying to keep them like their morale up?
So I didn't play far enough to see if like factions would evolve and people like within my team would start aligning with each other. However, there are definitely big moments of like you make a decision and it's like so-and-so did not like that. And it's like, okay, I can see the group of people that I am pissing off with this, and I can see the group of people that I am making happy. And so even if those aren't official factions, you've got to weigh your decisions in that format.
Does it let you life is strange things and like undo action after it warns you?
No, not that I saw.
Okay, so it's just digging in the daggers.
Yeah, I mean, you can go as deep in the menus as you want to see people's like loyalties and their different stats, etc. So that is maybe the one thing I got a little bit lost in, was digging around in menus when I was upgrading. I forget what the reason was, but someone got promoted and I didn't click the button to like go and assign their skill points right then and there. Because I just wanted to finish like the one thing I was doing. Like, just let me finish this thought, then I'll upgrade them. And then I spent the next 15 minutes trying to find the freaking menu to assign those points, because they just assumed I would take the quick option to it. So, but yeah, this is a really cool concept. The voice acting is all in like the native languages. You can choose not to have it that way, but why would you? And that's very cool. And so I highly recommend checking it out if you are interested in that area of history, if you're interested in tactics games, or if you just like a good, war story.
Yeah, I mean, this looks really cool. You don't see, it's kind of a combination of things that you don't see an awful lot, like stuff that is like later like the end of World War One.
Yes.
You also don't see the beginning where like they were charging horses into battle and stuff either. It's all the trench stuff, right? But also the other thing that you don't see is like a lot of like Eastern European like Czech stuff. I just don't.
Yeah,
you never like see anything about the. Yeah, well, I mean, I have to assume that this company is from that neck of the woods. Yeah,
so it's published by THQ Nordic, and Ashbourne Games is the one the actual like developers of it.
Yeah,
it's interesting. They've done a fairly limited set of other stuff. This is the one that's the first feels very rooted in a time and place versus being like generic helicopter game. So yeah, good on them.
Yeah, the studio is based out of the Czech Republic, so
that makes sense.
Sweet. That'd explain it. And what a cool way to preserve history of these stories. So that's a recommendation for Last Train Home. I don't know if I'll go on to pick up the full game, but it definitely intrigued me.
Yeah, and this came out like in 2023 is when it originally came out. Yeah.
Correct. I'm this close to beating Hades 2.
Okay.
Right. It feels like right on the cusp. And so I was trying to get it done so I could talk about it from like the other side of the epilogue for this episode, and just couldn't quite get there. So I'll withhold on that, but I'm still very much enjoying it. I'm in the like go collect your romance options like Pokemon phase.
Okay.
So just really trying to get at that boy next door.
So you're at the start of the game?
Yeah. The start, middle, and the end of the game, I guess, and like there's some roguelite stuff in there as a palate cleanser, really. But yeah, so Hades 2, hopefully I will be able to talk about in its entirety next week. I also, just as a quick follow-up, I put a little bit of time into trying to get War Thunder Flight Simulator working in VR.
Okay.
And it was the most frustrating freaking experience. It feels like, despite them having menu option after menu option being like, if you're playing in VR, here's all the things you need to do. It just felt like all of it led to not actually being set up to be in the plane. Like, I get it running in VR from a third person perspective behind the plane with very limited controls.
Mm-hmm.
And then just trying to pin down in VR in the cockpit. Yes.
Right.
And with controls that make sense for that. I could not get those three things to proc at once.
I feel like there should just be an option that's like VR, the mode that someone would actually play in VR.
Yes. Like how can you add this VR mode to the game and not put the thought into, okay, how is someone going to want to play in VR?
It's just an afterthought. It's not a market that they are especially compelled to satisfy because you are one of maybe 23 people who owns a VR headset. What you're describing is basically what happened when I tried to get Elite Dangerous running in VR.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's a trip. But yeah, and it's also like War Thunder's bread is buttered on tanks in land combat. Planes are air combat is second to that, and ships I think are even further third.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not their area of focus. VR is already small, and it just I got frustrated and stopped trying because I felt like my time wasn't being respected.
Yeah.
Which I'm always excited to fly in VR. That's super cool.
Yeah.
It should be easy to get right, but they didn't. So
bummer.
Womp womp on that front.
Yeah. Is that what you had?
That is what I've got.
Okay. I have like 1.5 things.
I'm interested to see the half.
They're both things that I streamed this weekend. All of my like non-streaming time has been dedicated. We're running up to the winter WRPG on WoF. So spending a lot of time playing Wasteland 3. So I, on Friday, started streaming a game that I only became aware of earlier in the day. It is called Junji Ito Maniac, like Infinite Jail or something like that.
Yeah.
Made with Junji Ito's consent?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I am at least led to believe it'd be really weird if it was still, if it was made without his consent, because like it has a bunch of his shit in it. Like one of the characters that you run into at the in the at least the opening hour or so that I played was like Tomie, like the the monster demon girl.
Okay, yes.
Like you see a fucked up cat who looks just like I forget if it's Jan or Mu from the Cat Diary.
So it's looking like Junji Ito Maniac is a anime.
Yeah, and it's decent.
Okay.
Just from a first glance, kind of anthology horror anime.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
they've done so many of those.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of it. It's well done. I personally don't like his like Monster of the Week stories as much as his more like long form stuff. But
yeah. Okay, so I had no idea this was based on like an anime. So that's why it feels like you get the human head balloons. I'm sure there's some spiral shit in there.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't know how closely the game hews to the stories in the anime, or if it's just like, hey, this is an anthology, and here's some of that anthology. Like,
I think it literally is. It's like a Game Master Anthony thing. Like, what if you had a party and all of your favorite cartoon and video game characters were invited?
Right. That would be cool. Junji Ito, not so much. Well, Junji Ito can come to any parties, but his creations, not so much.
Especially, yeah. So this is like it was just like a standard first person horror kind of thing, limited like pursuit and stealth kind of stuff, going around in a big spooky mansion, you have amnesia, you're trying to figure out who you are. I don't actually want to talk about this very much because I got hoodwinked. I was about like an hour in, and I forget who it was in the chat said, "Hey, something looks wrong here." Like referring to some of the just the way some characters looked or something like that, and there's like this looks like AI. And I was like, okay, well let me go check. And they really need to make the AI disclosure more prominent on Steam, because this is not the first time I have bought a game and had to return it because I saw, later on that there was an AI thing in here. AI generated content disclosure. A small number of textures and descriptive texts were based on AI generated content and then appropriately refined by hand to produce the final assets. And I refined by hand returning this game, and I stopped and streamed some baby steps for the rest of that night.
Okay.
So yeah, as much as I would have been into it, like it was janky, but it's horror games, baby. I wanted to see more Junji Ito stuff adapted, but no, fuck you. I like games that are made by people. So
maybe it was just trying to tell you that AI is the real horror.
Maybe. The capitalist alienation. So bummer on that. I was really looking forward to seeing it through. The next night I played a game called House of Necrosis.
Ooh, before you go into that, can I just say, just for anybody interested, at least when I look on my Steam app, the AI generated content disclosure is right above the system requirements.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. It looks like they've changed it too, where it's not in the like show me more section. Yeah. It used to be like at the bottom, you had to click show more and then go all the way to the bottom. So now it is kind of shown regardless when you scroll down above the mature content description. Yeah. So yeah. House of Necrosis. Who here had heard about this before?
I had heard about it, and I had posted about it because I'd seen stuff about it right before it came out. But like I was kind of interested. Other people were picking it up, but I decided I was gonna wait on it for a little bit because that was right about the time I was getting too tired.
Yeah.
So.
So this is Resident Evil Mystery Dungeon,
right?
Is what it is. Yeah. I had no idea. Like when people had sent it to me, they had like just the screenshots and stuff made it look like I knew it was a roguelike, but it was all like Resident Evil 1 fixed camera, like you're seeing basically the Spencer Mansion Grand Hall,
which is accurate.
What's that?
Which is technically an accurate depiction of the game.
I mean, that's the hub world. I thought there was going to be like, we had these rooms and they were kind of like assembled in random order.
Oh, okay. You weren't expecting procedural generated. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I was expecting it to be, tank controls, fighting stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you actually get into the game, it is, like I said, it's like a mystery dungeon game. Shiren the Wanderer, Pokemon mystery dungeon, Chocobo's dungeon is the one that I have the most experience with. But it is Resident Evil-esque themed. You're like, the setup is straight up, you're like a special forces unit who is sent in to look for your missing colleagues who disappeared near a mansion where a bunch of murders had taken place nearby in the woods.
It's homeowners' immorality.
Yes. Yeah. It is a very torture way to say House of the Dead. So you're playing as somebody who looks a lot like Jill Valentine, and this is top-down, grid-based. You move like the world moves when you move. Kind of tile-based kind of deal, where you have a knife where you can attack stuff that's close up. You have limited ammo to shoot things that are a little bit further away. And then it gets weird because you have spells. Where like and like when you cast them, like you get one cast of each spell that you find per run. It does like a Final Fantasy VII like kind of like cut in spell casting animation, which is real
Nice.
weird. This game's kind of all over the place.
It sounds like it.
Yeah,
I
but
love it.
But you're fighting zombies. You're fighting dogs. There's the fourth floor I was unable to get past. I reached it several times, but it has like a tyrant on it. Something like a tyrant, right? And all of the enemies have their own little attack patterns, and you find mysterious vials that you need to either use to see what they do or find an encyclopedia. It is Resident Evil Mystery Dungeon, and it's neat, comma, if I'm going to play a mystery dungeon game, I want to pick up like Shiren the Wanderer or something like that. Something that has a little bit more kind of like crunch to it. It's like it's a little bit, light. Like it doesn't have the job system like a Chocobo's dungeon would or something like that. This is light, and the Resident Evil theming is not enough for me to like go crazy for it. Because like the thing that I like about Resident Evil games, of the one this looks like when you're in the hub world, is like you're in a puzzle box space, right?
Right.
Even the combat is a little bit kind of like sidelined to navigating this hostile space and figuring it out. So I don't think I'm going to stream any more of it. I think if I had more of an appetite for a roguelike or something like this would really scratch the itch. It feels lightweight in a way that would kind of like fit in, like somebody who is really good at cranking through these games might be able to, knock it out in like a week or so. But yeah, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It's neat, but the Resident Evil theming is not enough for me to stick it through.
Right. And that's kind of what I was thinking when I was looking at it, because at first, when I first saw the thing pop up, I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And then I dug into more videos and looked at more screenshots, and I'm like, I think this is not going to be, I think it's cribbing without pulling the meat, if you know what I mean, off of what it's trying to pull, So
I feel like I would love to get more into like this era of, survival horror, that sort of thing. It's cribbing on, except that my introduction to this sort of thing was it like Kendo's Quest or whatever?
Oh, the Kendo cut when you watch me stream that.
Yeah, so like I don't think I would be satisfied unless there's like time warping and like a random side character becoming a demigod.
That's probably the only place where you're going to find that is
right.
Kendo's cut. I would recommend. That's a really cool era for video games. Go check them out. But yeah, but you're not going to find Kendo's cut in the regular stuff.
Not so much.
Yeah. So it was neat. Like it was a fun little like demonstration of a concept for me. But like I said, it's kind of a neither fish nor fowl kind of thing. Not crunchy enough of a mystery dungeon for me to be like, yeah, I could sit down and really like sink my teeth into this, and not enough of a horror game to where I feel like I want to, continue streaming it or like play it for a story or to see new environments. Everything is going to be the proc gen square rooms in a grid kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's about where I thought I was going to land.
So no hard feelings on it. It's inexpensive and I got value out of it, just not for me.
Right.
Any questions about House of Necrosis? Okay.
Multiplayer.
Now it is time for the multiplayer, where we ask you a question and you answer it. Dennis, what is the question that you ask the nice people?
Yeah, I mean, why go home for the holidays unless you can enrage that racist uncle? But why should politics have all the fun, or common decent human opinions? Let's talk about the video game opinions that would send your family into a shouting match.
Yeah. So a notional family who cares about video games.
Right.
Notional family who wants to do more than misgender and dead name you. Yeah. Sorry. So I'll get us started here with.
You're not the one who needs to be sorry in that instance.
Right.
True.
Yeah. So let's get started with Threnza, who says, "Nobody cares what piece of plastic you play your games on."
But I invested money in this piece of plastic, and therefore I need people to care about it.
I bought the shirt. I bought the windbreaker. I am very happy that, like, with the nothing of a generation we've had since 2020, like, console generation, like, it's all just. I mean, Dennis, you have a story here about Steam just coming in and sweeping up.
Yeah.
Like the whole hardware question.
Uh-huh.
We timed we release on the same day every week, but we timed our recording last week perfectly to miss the biggest news. So
that was early. Yeah. I guess you're right. Sorry, time is all fucked up. That was late last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, what was the news? Like, PC has always been the best place to play video games.
We'll get there.
Nothing has changed.
We'll get there. Let's see, Moxie. What does your buddy Eric say?
Your buddy Eric says we should have to use the O and X buttons on the PlayStation controller for confirm and deny respectively, as the Japanese design is always intended. I'm tired of pressing X to accept things. It feels wrong.
Yeah. This fucks me up now that I've got the Switch 2 and I'm playing more indie stuff on Switch 2. The muscle memory is especially bad. PlayStation coming along and switching that. Hate it. Like it should have all just, like, Nintendo set it out. They had it. And yeah. Absolutely. I agree with Eric on that 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember, it was like early PlayStation 2 era or whatever, that like every game really, really had the exact same control scheme, right?
That's when everything kind of standardized.
Yeah.
There were some games on PlayStation 1 that had it the right, like Metal Gear Solid was the right way. And then other stuff just decided, no, X is going to be it for no reason at all.
So here's my question. When you guys fill out like checklists, do you do checks or do you do X's?
I slash.
Okay. It's like a half press of the X button.
Kaye studied the sword.
I filled in the box.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is the third survey you've torn up. We need you to stop.
I do that shit like it's a Scantron.
Okay. That's a surprisingly diverse set of answers.
Yeah. Pretty much everything you can do with a box.
Okay. That does not help us in this controller debate, but
the other thing you could have done would be to circle it.
Yes. Or put a dot inside of it.
Or a dot, yeah.
Jala, what does the e-gamer freak say?
The e-gamer freak says Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is completely overrated and is not one of the best Zelda games. Its constant boat simulation is a slog that diminishes a great combat system and beautiful art style.
See, he had me until he said beautiful art style.
So that's funny that you're putting your foot down on what is clearly like established to be the non-favored narrative on that. Let's see. Dennis, what does Callum say?
Oh, this hurts my soul. Callum just says inverts vertical axis.
Hurts your soul. Do you take personal offense when somebody's left-handed?
Yes.
Is that what inverting the vertical axis does? Not inverting the sticks, but inverting the axis.
Why do you think being left-handed is called, sinister? Like, that's just science.
We had really bad. We thought they were demons. It's not that it like
clear,
some of us are.
Yeah. I'm just because like whether or not one prefers inverted look or not just feels like a brain wiring thing to me. Like
no.
Okay, so somebody who it's just their setup, they invert for themselves. It's none of your business. You take offense to it?
No, I do not consent.
Okay.
This is
All right.
this is heinous. You know what it is? I grew up with two brothers, and we all played on the same machines, and I was the right one, and they played inverted.
Okay.
And I always had to go in and reset things anytime I played.
So you had to press a couple of
regardless.
extra buttons. I don't invert my
Yes.
controls. I just the couple of extra button presses were.
You are
I just
class
remember
traded then.
back when we were playing Halo 101.
Oh yeah.
Who was it? There was one person that inverted their controls.
It was Colin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
See?
we're going back to like high school playing a Halo. Yeah.
But you didn't say that with affection. You said that with frustration. So you understand deep down.
People
understand.
fought. Hey, I've been like I've been tired of this like quote argument literally since those days for 20 fucking years.
But when you got the controller that Colin was using, you understood.
No,
So-
I went and changed it, or we.
No, I remember. Wait a minute. I feel like
Oh,
the
there's
reality
receipts!
of this situation is both going to obviate this discussion and make it much weirder. What did you actually do?
What did I actually do? I think we just like, oh, we just have to quit and go back.
No, you had an adapter to allow you to use a PlayStation controller on an Xbox.
I did that. I did have one of those, but that had nothing to do with the
Wow.
sticks. That was literally just a preference thing. I did not like the Xbox controller.
Interesting.
I had a
So
little
you're
adapter.
a cheater. You're a cheater.
No.
You're a bad person for letting.
I'm sorry that
inverted
I'm like
controls be a thing.
I'm sorry that I'm no selling this character that you're playing. But again, these are
Yes.
serious. These are serious things.
No, invert your controls if you want. I
Yeah.
will just judge you and seethe.
Finally, Pint of Bovril says the Namco NEG Con was peak design, and we've never been able to recreate. We flew too close to the sun. NegCon?
Is that the Neo Geo or whatever?
Oh my god! It's a
Oh,
controller that either splits or rotates in the center.
it swivels
tell.
in the center, motion based. But what were you controlling with it?
I can't find a picture showing it what the actual like functionality of that middle bit is.
so
It
like
might not actually turn.
Yeah, no, it rotates. Just picture like the left and right side of the controller being able to tilt
wow.
those backward and forward. It was a way to do racing controls and in an analog fashion before there were analog sticks.
Oh, it's a bop it.
Kinda, yeah. It's a bop at extreme. You twist
is.
it. Yeah.
I do have to
Wow.
say though, I'm poisoned by the internet. I cannot read this as like Negon and just imagine this being like the pickup artist controller.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool controller if you're okay with like weird gimmicks, I guess.
It is an interesting way to solve the problem of imprecise imprecise driving controls.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat, actually. I'm kind of into it.
I just what is how many degrees can you turn that thing before it hits a limit? Because like I feel like that could get hard on the wrists.
I've never, I don't know.
I'm so curious.
Yeah. I'll do mine real quick. 3D Zeldas have run their course. 2D Zeldas are always the best of them. I didn't walk into
Fair
this
enough.
with an answer, but the Wind Waker thing.
Set you off.
Yeah.
I feel like if they would do
Activated you.
a dark 2D Zelda, I think that would be my jam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. They've had their chance. They kind of, I think, did what they could with Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom is too much. And 2D Zelda's the way to go. Yeah. So let's see here. Moxie, how about you?
I think that only games that release on PCs should be valid for Game of the Year nominations. Or specifically, I don't think that console exclusive should be in the running.
Okay.
Someone's still mad about Astrobot.
I don't know what that is.
It won last year. It was the
okay.
PlayStation platformer.
Yeah, no, I think it should be like you either release it as art or you release it as a money grab.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have an argument. It's your opinion. I don't argue with Thanksgiving.
But you should see the way their mom reacts to that statement.
Okay, yeah. What about me makes you think that I argue? Let's see, Jala, how about you?
Nobody's going to fight me over anything I say about a video game.
Mm.
I don't have anything.
Okay, that's fine.
You're normally the person with all
sweet
the
little me.
table flipping.
That was also how many years ago at this point?
10.
Somebody look that
It was
up.
10
It's
years
been-
old. It was
Yeah,
10.
like a decade ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
I've
a
changed.
clicker.
I've changed. I tell you.
All of us have. Dennis, how about you?
Yeah, and this is where we're going back to all these old school conversations. It made me think. I think if you're playing couch co-op, screen peeking is on the table. I don't think it should be shamed. I think that's you've all got the access to the same information. You should play knowing that other people might be looking over.
Yeah.
Didn't they make a game called like Screen Peeker or whatever?
Screen Sheet was the name of that game.
Yeah, where like
Ooh.
everyone's invisible except on their own screen or something.
Yeah, everybody's invisible. It's 4-player split screen. You have to like locate the person by like kind of looking at their point of view and figuring out where they're standing in a stage.
That's fun.
Yeah. Never
you go.
played it. It kind of seemed like it would give me a headache. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I did all of the, weird 4-player split screen.
The cardboard boxes.
Yeah,
taped,
the cardboard boxes. Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My brothers would get so bent out of shape, and it's like didn't do it back then.
No. Good question. Thank you, everybody, for responding. Thank you, Dennis, for posting it. If you would like to participate in these in the future, follow us on Blue Sky at thelevelpodcast.bsky.social, and those go up on Monday afternoons.
The End Boss.
Now it is time for the End Boss, where we talk about things that are happening in the world of video games and how we feel about them, because we alluded to this story earlier, and it's the biggest of the stories that we have. Dennis, what was the announcement that Valve made?
That they were nuking
Half-Life
the console
3.
wars. Oh, I wish.
Oh, so people are saying, the 19th is when they're going to announce Half-Life 3. I don't know. You know
Of what year?
Right. We'll know tomorrow as we're recording, and everybody understands how time works. So
see, I've already seen the hopium memes. I've already seen the copium memes in response to the hopium memes, and then I've already seen it wrap back around to hopium. So the internet is driving themselves into a frothing rage over Half-Life 3, when the very extant thing, or things I should say, that have been announced are a Steam console, essentially called the Steam Machine, a new Steam controller that obviously is compatible with that console. It also has the trackpads that work so well on the Steam Deck, and something called the Steam Frame, which is just, I guess, their new VR headset. The Steam Machine is apparently pretty powerful. They said 6 times the horsepower of a Steam Deck, and able to run pretty much any game that is currently on Steam.
It's really tiny too.
It is. The form factor is something else. So the small is great. There's just this little cube. It is. How big was the GameCube? Is this less than a GameCube?
Let me look up the dimensions. This thing's 6x6 cube ish.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh,
close.
that's smaller than GameCube, I think.
Yeah.
Are GameCubes bigger than I remember?
The GameCube has a height of 4.3 inches,
Okay.
a width of
isn't it?
5.9, and a depth of 6.3.
So it's not
Um,
actually a cube.
No, it's more. It's a rectangular solid.
I'm not like my heart sank like physically just now. That hurts.
I just saw people being really sad that there was no handle for this. Somebody is going to 3D print a handle for it. And
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, and the other
Make a
cool
killing.
thing is they have brought back faceplates a la the Xbox 360.
Mhm.
And so people are going to have all kinds of fun swapping out faceplates.
Is that like
for-
the Red Ring of Death thing?
No, just you could
yeah.
put custom just faceplates, replace the white one with, I think like the one that I saw the most often was like the wood grain. There were ones that were themed after particular games. Yeah.
So
I
it can
didn't
be
even
a
know that's the
stylish
thing.
Red Ring of Death. You know.
Yeah.
The Steam frame, I don't know quite what to make of yet. They say it's about as powerful as a Steam Deck, or essentially it's going to be like having a Steam Deck taped to your face.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
So so what it's going to be like, it is not made primarily to run stuff on it locally. There are games that are going to be like Steam frame verified, and it will run like on the hardware of the actual thing, like a MetaQuest. But like it's made to like wirelessly take anything that will run in VR on your PC or on your Steam machine and beam it to it natively in higher resolution with more kind of fancy Steam features and stuff than if you use like the Steam Link on like an Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
So,
I don't believe it. Anything that is not hardwired to the machine that is doing the processing is not going to be good enough for me for VR.
Oh, it works. It works fine for me. I've played VR games like that.
So this is actually the most exciting part for me, because this is maybe my other like controversial Thanksgiving take is VR is the only like not cynical thing that the tech industry is doing right now. Like the only thing that's like, oh, you're actually trying for a technology that might matter.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, people know my opinions on VR. I think it's neat. I think that the price is going to be a really big thing on this, but also like the biggest problem with VR that the price is not going to solve. There's accessibility problems, both like physically with limitations, but also space. I think the most expensive part of any VR headset is having a 6x6 square that is clearable, right?
Don't you just use the controller?
Yeah, I mean, on some of them, yeah. But like, if you want to,
a lot of games are designed around being able to explore the a space walking around it,
or
to
spin to like rotate. Yeah,
yeah. I way more enjoy games that put me in a cockpit.
Yeah,
that feels that justifies VR, whether or not you can do the room scale stuff. But yeah, it is a problem that that
that makes
one
sense.
getting it, and then two having the space to use it.
It is interesting to see a major player announce an investment in it that is not Facebook or Meta or whatever. Yeah.
Thank God, someone I can feel slightly less bad about supporting.
Yeah, Gabe Newell did just buy a $500 million mega yacht. So,
okay.
Yeah,
slightly less bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to be sailing over by that pod of orcas.
Hopefully. I mean, just scare him a little bit. I don't want anything terrible to happen to him, maybe to the boat. Yeah. I think that all of these are cool. I don't know if I would spend the money on a Steam machine given the gaming PC that I have, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like just if somebody wants to, just like as a console where everything is constantly going on sale, right? Like if that thing is like $600, it's going to be a really good deal.
Right.
Yeah. And I think this also in retrospect helps explain a lot of the behavior that the console manufacturers were exhibiting over the past couple of months of just like, oh, well, suddenly everyone's all about everything being on everything. It's because they knew behind the scenes that something like this was coming.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you didn't find religion. You just
Yeah.
got
They,
scared.
they know that the carcinization is happening.
Right.
Yeah. Everything is reverting to PC. Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that depending on the price tag, this will probably be a console that Dave would want. The
Mhm.
machine, that is.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I have a good PC, he does not.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, I have. So, if we want to play games together, there's some games that are just really hard or completely knocked out of the running because
Mhm.
it's hard to do because the controls don't work on the deck, or it's not even supported by the deck at all.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I can play great, but like if it doesn't work with the deck, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't work out for us to play together.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
And if this was any company other than Valve, I would be very worried by their coyness about the price. But knowing Valve, they probably actually are still figuring it out. So
Yeah.
we'll see if it's exorbitant or not.
right.
They've not. I mean, they could have charged a lot more for the Steam Deck than they actually did.
Yes.
They seem to be doing okay price wise on people. I'm excited about the Steam controller. I was kind of a pervert for the original Steam controller 10 years ago. So
yeah, that controller seems to be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Solid piece of hardware.
See, my big complaint with this is just they need to like step up their naming game. Like, and I feel this way about like all consoles. Like, I don't know, if we're going to live in the cyberpunk future, I want to be using like the Hoshiba Yojimbo 3 or whatever.
I like how plain spoken it is. Just like, yeah. But I know what you're referring to. I know the impulse. I just I do not trust any company, any multi-billion-dollar company to do anything like that and have it be cool. Right.
Okay, so I have a complaint. I've been watching their like hardware announcement video as we've been talking.
Mhm.
And man, there's some triggering stuff in here. First off, for this, new machine, whatever. They show people playing Silk Song, Balatro, and Hades 2.
Those
Which,
are popular
okay,
games.
Just accurate.
Yes,
That's just realistic.
yes, I understand. That is what's actually going to happen, but also like not the strongest case that I need a hugely upgraded machine.
Mhm.
But then, and this is unforgivable, the clip of Hades 2, I think it's a person playing it on a VR screen.
Okay.
Like whatever, if that's what you want to do. Has the person charging up their Omega attack and then bailing out of it before the attack goes off for no reason. It's just like,
and that means that Half-Life 3 is coming out. Actually, check it. It's already installed.
Yeah, I'm sure someone can make that case. But it's so funny to see these this little clip that just feels like an obvious. They then attack in a random direction away from the enemies, and it's like who captured
Elon
this
Musk
footage?
playing.
It is, yeah. Like what the hell?
So
anyway, that's my nitpick.
So this is only tangentially related, but are you guys getting bombarded with the like, was it like only on PlayStation commercials?
No.
No,
they're all presenting these like super compelling, like kind of surrealistic scenes. That's the idea, that like it's the return to like live action video game ads where it's like, oh, this is conceptually the type of things you see in our PlayStation, which it's hilarious to me because it's like, here's all these games that might actually make me buy a PlayStation, except for the whole like they don't actually exist thing.
Right. Yeah. Bait and switch.
Man, we're actually closer to the PlayStation 8 than not. You guys remember that ad?
Oh.
I'll find it. There was an ad announcing the PlayStation 8 that was like basically just putting up Sony as a hyper futuristic, super cool.
Right.
I think it was actually PS2 era. But we're actually in maybe even the right decade for that. We'll see.
Don't worry, nuclear war will keep that from happening.
Any other thoughts about the hardware stuff? I'm kind of in, wait and see. Maybe pre-order some of it. That Steam frame looks really neat, but yeah. Jala. What is going on with Christmas gifts this year?
Well, I just wanted to share this because these price tags, now that we're talking about how much is this Steam machine, etc., going to cost? Well, it do be expensive to be a video game parent or a video game adult who has a child to buy for any reason. Because video games are the number 3 thing that is on wish lists for Christmas, behind money and clothes. So, video games are the planned purchase for many a person going into this holiday season. But the price tag, there was this survey that was done, basically just trying to figure out how much are you going to spend on these video games, for your kid or kids or whatever. $737 is the average being spent.
What?
$737. Are they buying a console and a bunch of stuff? Like, what in the world?
So console prices have gone up. Also, average.
Yeah, that's
is
the thing.
Yeah, me and Bill Gates can be in a room, and the average net worth will be in the billions of dollars.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but anyway, like the respondents, these people were planning to spend over $1,000 total on gifts, just like a little bit over $1,000. So basically, these people, whoever was being interviewed, was going to spend, over 7/10 of their Christmas money on buying video game stuff.
Wow.
So that's a lot. At like a big chunk of what people are buying for Christmas. So.
Just taking this back to like Christmas of like even just like say let's say 2000. That would be the same as like back then spending just a little bit under $400 on it. But you have to remember wages haven't gone up really.
Right.
Yeah, so it's still bad shit.
Yeah. So just it's always tempting to do that comparison, but yeah, you have to remember wages, not really moving that much. Yeah. Yeah, sounds rough. I don't know.
I know. I'm like, luckily I don't have to deal with that because
yes.
Yeah.
Doing my part to bring down the average. That's all I gotta
say. Moxie, what's your story?
Yeah, this is just a thing that exists, but it's a thing that I feel like there's a number of people here that might be into. There's a new game on Steam called News Tower that is sort of if you matched up like a management sim and a sim tower. So you're like, it's the 1930s and you basically have to get a newspaper off the ground by like sending people out to report things and, trying to put together to report like, people are really into I know, like true crime this week. So we want to report a bunch of crime stories and, the Vatican is paying us off. So we want to, report human interest. I don't know the Vatican. I know that the church is one of the factions. So yeah, it just seemed like something that people might find interesting. And, seems like a good game.
Yeah, this popped out to me on Steam earlier today. Actually, I was like, "Oh, that looks neat." I wish listed it. Yeah, I'm down for a management sim. Historical is also good. Yeah.
Yeah, from what you're describing, it sounds like a more complex version of Headliner Nova News, which is something that I played some time ago, probably a couple of years at least by this point. But I really liked that game. And that sounds kind of like a more complicated version.
Yeah, from what I watched
better or worse.
Yeah. I watched a couple of Let's Plays, and the two things that really stood out are one, it does a lot to like simulate the bad sides of working in an office. So like you have to manage like if you put the desks too close together or put them too close to like one of the machines, then people will get distracted by noise, or you have to manage like heat, smell, trash, all that sort of stuff. So that seemed cool. And then also it seems like it kind of encourages you can like switch your workers between stations whenever you want. And so you can very much do kind of the scrappy thing of like, you know, one guy's like finding the stories and then, you know, he switches his hat and, you know, now I'm the printer operator.
And I imagine individual staff has skills and you're like trying to keep your writers happy.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Can someone at any point yell, "Stop the presses"?
I have not seen that yet, but I kind of hope so. I do love when you actually like, you know, it's a thing where you're building up this story for the weekend edition. And so at the end of the week, you have to actually print. And there is actually like a physical, like giant lever you have to like click and drag down to like flip the switch.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. I don't know. This looks neat. My story is a sad one. So Rebecca Heineman has passed away. She was one of the co-founders of Interplay, the developer that gave us, I mean, just a shitload of games, but like Wasteland, Fallout, like Baldur's Gate, stuff like that. Rebecca Heineman is like a giant in the industry, even before you get to the fact that she was trans. Came out in 2003 of all times, and was, you know, like had, you know, done a bunch of stuff. Like I think that she like won one of the first like video game contests, like back like cool. Like literally like a Space Invaders you know, contest, entering it, not expecting to do well, and then just kind of, you know, walking away with it. Like taught herself to code by reverse engineering Atari 2600 cartridges.
So she is basically who Elon Musk pretends to be.
Yeah. I mean, like with just a huge amount of just much more credibility. Worked on the Bard's Tale, kind of took over the series after the first one. Yeah, just like ridiculous. Just an elder stateswoman of games. She was diagnosed with a really aggressive cancer earlier this year. And by earlier this year, I mean like not that long ago. It was like in the summer that she put up like a GoFundMe. When I was at Portland Retro Games Expo, they had she was involved in the Video Game History Foundation, and they always have like a museum set up at conventions and stuff. And the exhibit this year, the kind of the feature thing was about FMV games. You know, she worked on a bunch of those, but people were there like she was all over the exhibits and stuff. She wasn't there physically, but everybody was just talking about her glowingly for that. And yeah, if you've played something you have played owes a huge debt to even just the technical work that she did. I met her without realizing it.
Really?
Yeah, this was back like maybe like 2014. It was like within the first like year, maybe like the second or third year that we were at PRGE. You know, older woman came up and asked us about the podcast and stuff, and seemed really interested, and said, "Yeah, and I've worked on some stuff. I've got this, you know, this new thing." Handed me a card. And I was just like, "Wow, thank you so much for being kind. I hope you're enjoying the show." Not realizing, I didn't realize until like very recently when Gary pointed out, like, "Oh yeah, that was Rebecca Heineman." I was like, because I didn't know that much about her then, but I was just like, "Oh, okay." So like, I just
come back. I need to be horribly awkward and fall over myself.
Right?
yeah. This I need to retroactively ruin this perfectly pleasant interaction.
Right.
Yeah. But just a huge outpouring of support and people just sharing all kinds of memories. People who worked with her, and just from going back to the Interplay days, like Brian Fargo, Chris Avallone had some stuff that he said. Just nobody has had a bad word to say about her. And, it's one of those things where it's a young medium, all things considered, somebody who was a kid like her, back in the kind of the earliest days of, console and home computer programming, they're kind of going away, and you realize like, oh, these people are still with us, mostly. And we're kind of hitting the point where, they're going to start going away. And, huge loss. Just in general, she was really active, again, just in all kinds of LGBT video game kind of stuff, and then with the video game history kind of deal. I've just really grown to admire her, and it sucks what happened, but at least she's out of pain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't expect anybody else to have a thought about it. I just wanted to mark the occasion.
Yeah, no, that sounds entirely appropriate.
Yeah, go read about her. At least check out her Wikipedia page and just see it was ridiculous. Like, I think that they would hand her ports to do. Games runs on one system. We needed to run this other thing so it can ship, and she would get it done in less than 3 weeks or something. Just an absolute machine.
If you can reverse engineer an Atari game in her honor.
Right? Yep. Go and take those apart. Yeah. Yeah, that's my story. How does everybody feel about buttoning it up?
Buttons.
The credit.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to level number 565. I'm not going to do my usual dumb palindrome joke here, because I literally just did one 10 episodes ago. You know what to do to help out the show, help out the channel. I do want to remind you that Duckstream is coming up. December the 12th through the 14th, streaming for 48 hours to raise money for Point of Pride, an organization that provides financial assistance for life-saving medical care for trans people. Go, check that out. Follow our socials. We'll have more information. There'll be a shirt design up and everything here shortly in advance of it. Should be a good time. I know all of us are planning to be on for multiplayer stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all I've got. Duckstream is the main thing I want to promote. Jala, how about you?
Superman episode is out. Nosferatu will be out very soon when you're listening to this, if you are listening pretty quick after it comes out. And then lots of Frankenstein for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. And that can be found at Jalachan.place. Yes. Mm-hmm. Dennis, anything with Deca Wonders?
Not on that front. Still looking good on the tariff front, but no ruling yet. Okay. I will say we're coming up on Toady season, so get excited.
We are. I need to compile that list. It always catches me unawares.
There's still the opportunity for some bangers before the end of the year, so we'll see.
Yes. Cool. Well, I've been Kaye Ross. You can find me on Blue Sky at Kaye.zone.
I've been Dennis Furia. You can find me on Blue Sky at Furia Games.
I've been Moxie, and I've decided you cannot find me because I am now a ninja.
Right. And I'm Jalachan in all the places I can be found, but now my Blue Sky handle is jalachan.rights.fyi.
Cool. And stick around for some titles.
I literally deleted one of them that I had written down because it needs to be one of these two. Nobody else say anything, okay? No. Okay. So
you can't not follow that up by saying them.
I know.
Yeah,
I was just waiting because I was looking at Kaye, and Kaye just looked like she had a comment or something. So
No. I looked at yours. Yeah.
Okay, so my two titles: Rearranging Them Guts and My Holes Grown Over.
I think it was My Holes Grew Over.
Yeah, please.
Wasn't that like one of the difficulties in like the original Doom? Like your holes grow over.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Well, anyway, please let it be one of those.
Okay.
So I had two as well. I had Judging You and Seethe, and I had Gut Optimization.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Dennis, what'd you have?
I had them all from that. What was I lost the name from the hotel game that Jala was talking about. They just came bam, bam, bam. I had Hotel Wolf.
I have Wolf Hotel, which
Wolf
is
Hotel.
what I said.
There we go. That's probably yeah.
Yeah.
I had I'm Your Problem Now, and I have That's a Really Dumb Place to Put Towels.
That's a derivative of a Bob's Burgers joke.
Aw.
Yeah, sorry.
Look, there's nothing new under the sun. I don't think that should be said in a disqualifying way.
Let me make sure I get this. Place to put towels. Okay. I had Wolf Hotel, and this might have to be the compromise on Rearranging Them Guts, because that is literally just something that like it's a very crude way to refer to fucking somebody. I had what I said to Dennis. If you said guts, ...
at the end.
yes.
Okay, I can respect that.
And
And then what was the third one though, or the Jolly? Your second one was
My Holes Grown Over.
My Holes Grown Over.
Okay.
Okay, I like it. I like if you said guts because that's there's at least plausible deniability.
So like if we wanted to get the sentiment of the holes growing over, can I propose just holes grown over? Like not possessive, just because what I said was like, oh no, my holes are growing over. I mean, if I just said holes grown over. Sorry to neuter these. It's just
No, let's not reopen Holes Grown Over, okay?
Yeah. I vote for the guts. That was the clear. That is what the fans desire.
So are we Jala, are we comfortable with
Guts.
if you said guts?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We've got a guts mandate from the fans.
They're clamoring. They're beating down my front
They
door.
want them to be optimized.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to put Kaye in a very uncomfortable position trying to figure out which one of those two titles she would have to deal with. That's all.
Yeah. just throwing them out there and putting your foot down. It needs to be one of these.
It has to be one of these.
Okay. So it is decided.